Hello, I'm Lynette and the founder of Kokoro Salon. So I wanted to do this video for quite a long time, just really as a way to share with you some of the parallels that I've seen between the KonMari method of decluttering your physical space and belongings, and also the Lilynage method of deep lymphatic self-massage, and how these physical way of decluttering as well as physical with the body approach of detoxing and decluttering your own body, they're so similar and can help you to really get unstuck, if you're in a rut in life. So, if you've ever felt kind of stuck, maybe creatively, energetically, emotionally, physically, things are a bit of at a plateau, you're craving some change, and you've been trying to incorporate things in your life to get more energy, get better health, or to do things that you've been wanting to do more of, that spark more joy in your life. But if you've been finding it difficult, or if you've been feeling sluggish, not so confident, not much energy in these things, I can totally recommend that you incorporate this method of self-massage in your life, because it is very similar to the KonMari method of decluttering. So both are really about releasing stagnation in our lives, creating more flow, and reconnecting with who we are at our core, so that we can lead lives of more joy, more alignment in our heart, mind, and body, and really to enjoy life, in a greater way. So the first thing that I feel is super similar in both methods is that, number one, there is that shock factor, when you are able to see yourself more objectively. So, got the books here, well worn, read tons and tons of times. I love the KonMari philosophy. But in the KonMari method, Marie Kondo always asks people to start off by gathering all the items in the particular category, in one spot. So it starts off with the clothes. You put all your clothes in one spot to see how much you actually have. And oftentimes there's like a big shock factor to the people who are undergoing this process, because then they see for the first time how much they have actually accumulated in their lives. And it's the same thing with the Lilynage method of deep lymphatic self-massage, which I am an instructor for. So we always start off with taking a profile photo of the body. So when my clients embark on their one-on-one programs with me, or we do an analysis of the body, we always start off with a full body profile photo. And this is usually the hard part for a lot of people who might have been avoiding taking a close look at themselves, or in the first place they never knew that it's possible to do that as well. But what happens is that you start to come to terms with your body and in its current condition. So it's a chance for you to actually see in detail, like, okay, this is how your body is right now. And it might come with many mixed emotions. Sometimes there can be grief, there can be shock or sadness or embarrassment. There's many things that come up. And so it's very similar to when you do that KonMari method of putting all your belongings there. It's that realization that, okay, this is the current state. This is how it has been. And though it might be a mix of emotions that come up, but it's always that first really crucial step to change, because it starts off with acknowledging where you're at, in the current condition, and then you can take steps forward to change the status quo. So for my own story, it was really eye-opening for me, because having come from that Western medical kind of background, practicing as a GP for many years, I just didn't know that my body was in that state. at the time, I never realized there was so much tension, especially over the back and the shoulders. I never knew that there was a bit of asymmetry going on until I spent time actually learning about my body through the photos and looking at it in a more objective way. Paired with the self-massage method, it was a lot of time spent with my body and realizing how much tension it had been holding on to, how much it had gone through. And I think the main emotion that I had at that time when I was spending so much time doing the self-massage was sadness for sure, grief, because I can't believe that I had allowed my body to come to this state without knowing about it. But what happened after was that it really struck something inside of me, and it made me feel that determination to take better care of my body so that I wouldn't have to put it through that kind of tension, that kind of that state where it's overworked, underrested, and not healthy. So that was so powerful for me personally, having had the chance to look at all the photos and see my progress over time, so that it really helped to solidify that determination inside. And that's also what I guide my clients through, that process of getting to know their bodies at the current state, and step by step using those photos as a means of reminding themselves why they are on this journey and what the changes they are experiencing are already showing in their bodies. So then the second thing that is really a good parallel, I find, is that element of gratitude. Whenever you're parting with your physical belongings in that KonMari method, it's always about thanking it first for the role that it has played in your life. So I think this is such a beautiful aspect of the KonMari method, right? That you part, but with gratitude instead of too much judgment, because I think that's something that a lot of people are afraid to part with the belongings because they wonder whether they could make better use of it. And it's very similar when we approach our bodies, because sometimes when we do the self-massage, the initial thing might be, oh no, how come it's become this way? Why is it not changing faster? But the most important thing that we cultivate in this self-massage practice is that element of gratitude, because we spend time practicing acknowledging our bodies, spend time acknowledging that, hey, it has gone through so much with me in life. It's been through difficult times with me, and thank you so much for everything that it does every single day, supporting me every single day. So even as we are working to help change the body, to slim down and to take better care of ourselves, we are doing so through the lens of gratitude. And when we are massaging, streamlining the body, helping to change it and reduce weight, you're also letting go of all the excess fluid, excess retention, and also saying thank you for what you helped me to go through. I no longer need you at this point. I'm gonna let you go step by step with gratitude. So it's really that idea of connecting with the body, processing these emotions, and creating a really loving relationship with yourself. The third point that is very similar to the KonMari method is that it's, at the end of the day, you're keeping what sparks joy for your body and for your mind. So in the KonMari method, they always talk about keeping what sparks joy and letting go of that which doesn't. And in the Lilynage method as well, it's something very similar, but for our bodies and our habits. So through a lifestyle audit, I always help my clients to see and to reflect really what are some of the behaviors and the habits that are supporting their well-being and are supporting a positive change in their bodies. So those they can keep because it's sparking joy. Then on the other side, what are some patterns of behavior, of thought, of emotional processing that could be holding them back or causing the stagnation and tension in their bodies? So through this repeated reflection and pairing it with the self-massage method, you actually get to really understand yourself and also what are the day-to-day things that you're doing that can either create more sustainable change in the long run, or that could be holding you back and keeping your body in that kind of stagnation. So at the end of the day, it's really that process of not just losing weight, because you do lose weight and you do streamline your body so beautifully through this process, but it's also holistically about releasing what are the old ways that you've been living in that don't serve you anymore, and then stepping into this new version of yourself that feels lighter, more aligned, and more energized. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video about the commonalities that I've noticed between my two really favorite methods, one for physical decluttering, one for more detoxification of the body, but they are so similar and so complementary. So if it resonates with you, do share your thoughts in the comments below. And if it resonates with you, you're ready to reconnect with your body, step into that healthier, more confident, and more aligned version of yourself, you can work with me one-on-one, and also join in my online course upcoming, the Gentle Shape Shift. So there's more information in the links below, and you can always reach out for more information. Thank you.